want to make this video, and I was going to make it as a entry in my message to the black man, but I said, you know what? Nope, I'm going to add this as my seventh entry into the message to the black community. Because I see a trend I've been noticing over the last few years. I'm going to say probably close to, over the last probably 10 years maybe. Um, that you notice a lot of black people, and it's so funny and it's so crazy and it's kind of embarrassing as well how black people don't really have a culture. Actually, what I mean by they don't have a culture is like we know what black culture is, but we don't actually have a culture. If you understand a culture and how everybody else around this entire world have a set culture and a set moral compass that the whole race follow. Yeah, it may be one or two that stray away, but for the most part, and the majority of the time, it leads them to being a successful culture. And whatever culture we can go on, and blacks don't really have that. Or should I say, American blacks? I'm gonna say that, and that's what I'm really speaking to. Hopefully, this can help any black person around the world. But we know mostly in those other countries, like say Africa, Jamaica, Haiti, Trinidad, Tobago, and places like that, Caribbean, they actually have a culture in these particular parts of the world. But I'm really focused on the American black because I'm an American black and this is where I reside, and I don't never ever want to leave America because I feel like America is the greatest country on this side of on this side of heaven, right? But I've been noticing a trend um with black people, and it's a trend of going to see therapists. And the reason why I say I was gonna make this for the black man, because it's a black man in this clip I'm about to show y'all. But I said to myself, why by it being so big of a thing all of a sudden in our community, I want to speak to the whole community as a whole. Listen, black man, listen, black woman. These people can't help you. A therapist cannot help you. A therapist, I'm gonna say it again. Going to your 6 o'clock Tuesday session with Miss Nowinski is not gonna help you. Only three things gonna come out of that. For sure two, but possibly three if it's a severe case. What are those three things? One, you're gonna be paying for something that you don't even need to pay for. And I'm about to get to the reasons why. You're going to be paying. It ain't going to be free 9 times out of 10. I think they have some situation where Medicaid will pay for certain type of, severe situation where you might need therapy. But for the most part, you're going to be paying out your pocket. That's one thing that's going to happen. Two things that's going to happen is they're going to prescribe you some medicine that's going to go against your natural nature and have you happy and sleepy all the time, gaining all this weight. And thirdly, they're going to go sit home with their spouse, right? And with their friends over the dinner table when they get together and talk about you, black man and black woman, and how you got all these issues and how you bipolar and how you this and how you that. Right? That's the only three things gonna come out of your Thursday night 7 o'clock session with Miss Novinsky. That's the only thing gonna come out of it. Nothing else gonna come out of that. I don't care what nobody told you. I don't care what it's not a solution. It's something. It may help you cope at that particular time because you letting out some things that you need to say, but it's not a solution. Once again, sisters and brothers, this channel is pro-truth, solution-based, solution-oriented. We not here just being no loud mouth. That's played out over with dead. And I tell my sister and I tell my brothers, listen, you have to turn to the Most High. You have to turn to God, our Father in heaven, and His Son Jesus Christ. Why is that? You do not take a vehicle or any kind of whatever it is, you do not take it. If it break on you, you don't take it to anybody to repair, because if you do, anything can happen to it. You're supposed to take it to the manufacturer. God is the manufacturer of you, black man, especially black man, because you're supposed to be the leader of all this. But also the black woman. God is our manufacturer. So us going to sit in front of a white woman, a blue woman, or a green woman, it does not matter. Whether it's Miss Jones, these people does not have the answers. To be honest with you, half of them bugged out their mind and going through all kind of issues, mentally and spiritually, emotionally. So they can't do nothing for you but the one of the three things that I told you but earlier. And that's one, they gonna for sure be taking your money. That's two, they gonna be sitting with their spouse and their friends talking about you. And three, they gonna give you, if you a severe situation, they gonna prescribe you some medication that's gonna go against the nature of the manufacturer, which is God. God gave us feelings. God gave us feelings to feel as human. Love, hate, um, sadness, happiness. God gave us these feelings for a reason. All these medications do is one thing. They make you sleepy. They make you happy all the time when you're not supposed to be happy all the time. That's just not life. You happy and sleepy all the time and you gain all this weight. And if something happens where you forget to fill your refill, you run out, or somehow they take you off of it whenever they want to do it, guess what? Now your body is all messed up now. And now you having not because your natural your natural emotions has been offset because they have been programmed to be happy and sleepy all the time. Now they all over the place. You overly angry. You overly sad to the point where you can't even control it. Until you get this medication, you have become chemical dependency. You have become chemical dependent. That's just all that's going to happen at these places. These people cannot help you. And I noticed something, and I want to read this to you. I just want to add this in the context. I want to give y'all the statistics of the people that's going to be your therapist. Most are going to be white. Here's a board of it. 76% of all therapists are white. 10% of all therapists are Asian. 6.3% of all therapists are Hispanic or Latino. 4.1% of all therapists are black or African American. You hear that, black man? You hear that, black woman? You going to somebody who almost 60-70% of the time is not going to even look like you. Not to mention they not the manufacturer, God is. And for you people who on this channel that may say, I don't believe in God, well, guess what? That means this channel not for you. And even if you don't believe in God, guess what? He believe in you. And eventually you're going to come and bow down to him and submit yourself to him, or you're going to suffer and die. I don't care what you got, what your degree is. I don't care how much money you got. If you don't submit to the Most High, you're going to always be spiritually offset, right? But going back to what I'm saying. So you going to somebody, for one, like I said, is not the manufacturer, right? But mostly it's somebody who don't even look like you. Somebody who don't even understand what you go through. Somebody don't understand what you've been through. Somebody don't understand nothing about your life. But because they got a degree that said that they know how to deal with other people's problems, which is, like I said, most of them can't control their own problem. Most of them, and I said most, yes, most of them have spiritual, emotional, and mental issues on their own. And most of them, well, I'm not going to say most of them because I would be treading the line on that. I don't have effort. But a lot of them are atheists. So they don't even believe in your manufacturer, black man, black woman. And this is why I speak on black love. Because if we come back together, like I said, a lot of issues in our community would be dead. gone, voila, disappear. If we would come back together and bring the black family back together, the black man be with the black woman for who she is, and the black woman be with the man for who he is, and not nothing besides that, we would have each other to be each other therapists. And if you in a relationship with somebody and you still need a therapist, well, you shouldn't even be in a relationship with that person, because why is that? In a relationship, if you in a relationship, especially a marriage, your spouse should be your therapist. Black man, black woman. But going to these therapists, I'm gonna give you another stat. 70% of all therapists are women, while 24% are men. Listen, nobody understand you black man. No woman, especially that not a black woman. The black woman in some situations don't even understand the black man, right? And what he gotta go through in this world. But especially, and I'm not saying he a victim. Once again, this is something that we earn. I want to be clear. We've earned the way we treated at this point. At one point, 60, 70 years ago, no. But now we have earned the way we treated. We have earned to be the laughing stock of the world, and we not only can we, but we will. Now I know everybody not gonna be able to go with us. Everybody that got black skin is not gonna wake up, understand life, do the necessary work to fight against that narrative that the black people have set for themselves over the last 30 years. That's understood. That's why I say this channel not for everybody. This channel is for kings and queens, or princess and princess in training to be kings and queens, black kings. We talking about black love and black success and fixing the black family on this channel. We talking about fighting against the narrative that said we kill each other, we hate each other, right? But back to what I'm saying. So, first of all, women, especially in these other races, no disrespect to them, because once again, I love all races the same. But these people don't understand your problem, black man. These people don't understand your problem, sister. They don't. They can't, even if they try. A degree can't give them this understanding, bro. And you going to spend all your money with these people, and in some cases get doped up for them to go talk to their spouse about you, and to add into the narrative of we is just toe up as a people. And what made me want to make this video is because I seen this brother. I don't know who he is, but and I don't like to talk about my men, my fellow brothers. But everybody's skin folk ain't everybody's skin folk ain't kinfolk. However the saying go, everybody black ain't. You heard me? A lot of these blacks, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, because it's simple. It come down. This what it come down to, right? This what it come down to. Either you be reformed, this to my black men and my black women. I need y'all to understand what I'm saying. When things begin to shift for the black community, as is about to soon do, either you be reformed or you be removed. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You either going to be reformed or you're going to be removed. And a lot of these black women and men, not all, but a lot of them, they going to be removed. Because what they going to be to us is to the ones of us who having our awakenings or already awoke or trying to be awoke because we know something ain't right. For us, they gonna be too much dead weight for us, so we gonna have to move forward without them. We are at a pivotal point now. It's 2023. Forget the white man. Forget everybody else that y'all been blaming and crying. Listen, it's on us right now. And you either be reformed or removed. But I want to play this video, I want to play this clip what made me make this video. And it's of a brother, like I said, I don't like to talk about my black brothers, but some of them, he's very effeminate. I don't know if he's gay, but he's very effeminate. You can see he was raised probably by a woman. And he's a beta. I'm talking about like beta is just not even fitting for him. He need a all caps beta. And like I always say on this channel, black people that's 40 and under, they idolize athletes, rappers, singers, actors, celebrities. And 40 and up group of black people idolize the black preacher, the members of the Democratic Party, the fake black leaders like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, just to name a few. These people are idolized. So whenever they say something, even if it's stupid or doesn't make any sense, because they black and they rich, or because of they black, I would just listen to a brother say how in the black community nothing matters but the bag. Morals, nothing. It don't matter what somebody doing or saying about the bag, we gonna swipe all that under the rug. We have to get rid of that mindset. Right? But one thing I learned in the black community is, like I said, in those groups, in the younger group, 40 and under, the 40 and older group, they all idolize certain people. And when these people say something, it does not matter. They could say knick knack, paddywhack, and they'll jump up in church and shake hands, or they'll, yeah, man, that was right. This is where we at because they idolize. And so, but as an American, not just black people, that's the thing that black people idolize, which is why a lot of black people don't understand the curses that they under, because they idolize people and not the Most High. The Most High is the only person that's supposed to be idolized. Nothing in his flesh should be idolized, right? But that's another video for another day. But another thing that's idolized in this country, as for everybody in this country, this ain't just a black thing. Everybody in this country idolize degrees. And I hate to say what I'm about to say, and I'm not downing none of you brothers or sisters who got a degree, because college education is very important for some people, and college degree and getting education for some people is essential, because if they didn't have that, they would be completely nobody's out here, because they don't have no problem solving skills. They don't think for themselves. They don't have no kind of like, they don't have they mind don't work like that. So it was fitting for them to go get an education so they can make some of themselves. So I'm not demonizing a degree. What I'm doing is speaking against the idolization of degrees in this country, and especially in the black community. If you got a degree, it's like you somebody, you got all kind of people who get degrees today. Excuse me. Especially our poor women, they think the degree is the end all be all, and some of these men is the same way. But and so when somebody who got a degree, which is a therapist, has to have a degree to practice and they protect in they respective field, they whatever they say, no matter how stupid it sounds, it will come off as, oh, that's so provocative. Now I'm gonna play this clip for you guys, and like I say, with everything that I already said, this is what this clip fueled all of that. So I'm gonna play this clip for you brothers and you sisters, and I want y'all to watch what this man is about to say that his therapist told him, and how stupid and how it doesn't make any common sense, but it was applauded and looked at as something that was so provocative. 1 second.
And I was saying to her, I was in like a low, was feeling just low. I said to her, like, I really want to control. I hate that my highs feel so high in my life and the lows feel so low. Just want it to be in the middle, just be nice. She says you have to realize if you're looking at a heart monitor, it's going up and down. And if you were in control, you'd put it in the middle. That means you flatline. So what you need to remember, right? So what you remember is like life is all about the highs and lows.
That's a good one.
And whenever you're in a low or a high, life has told you and will remind you that you'll go to the opposite at any given time.
I want to play this for you again, brothers, to show you how stupid that what he just said and how it made no sense, and how these liberal whites sitting up there and they ooh well, because we'll laugh and stop, we'll joke, and so they looking at this black man who seemed very feminine, very beta, and he's telling them how he went to a woman which is 70 some percent white, and she told him this stupid analogy about how why his high because he telling me he's feeling he came to her and he told her he was feeling low instead of going to the most high, the person who created him. He going to some white woman or whatever race she is. She can't help him because she don't have the antidote that only the most high has, right? But she taking his money, and if he get a real severe, he'll be on some medication. And she's talking about him to her spouse and her family and her friend, because I believe he's an actor. I'm not sure, but I believe he's an actor, and she's this actor, and he's black, and he's coming telling me he has highs and lows. And the other day, yeah, he came and he was saying how he was so low. So I gave him this analogy, and he was just blew away by it. And I'm talking about just completely a laughing stock. So he's saying that he went to his therapist and he told her he was so low, and he asked her why does his lows feel so low and why his highs feel so high. And so she told him, well, she used his life and say, you ever looked at a heart monitor and how it goes up and down, and when it going straight across, that means it's flatline, which of course you did. And that was just so ooh, like, and I'm gonna let y'all play it again, but I want to say this here. First of all, the higher you get, if you come from a high position, right, your highs is gonna feel like highs, and your lows is gonna be real low because you're not familiar with being low. And it's the same thing if you come from a low position. When you get in a high position, your high gonna feel higher than a regular person's high because you used to being in a low position. And that's just a simple philosophy on that. Life is all about highs and lows. Life is all about highs and lows. And the lower you get, the more you're gonna respect the highs. And the higher you get, the more hurtful it's gonna be in the lows. And that's just simple. And so I'm guessing that this brother, I believe he's some kind of celebrity, so he's probably high. So his lows are gonna feel low. Whatever that may be. And it's not joke and when lows don't have to be nothing financially or dealing with his business, it can just be spiritual or emotionally. But all that add into one thing. If you in most situations where you're in a high situation, and it doesn't. And when I'm speaking on high, I'm not talking about a position. I'm not talking about a status. I'm just talking about spiritually. If you spiritually high, right, and that's just type because you meet some people, they just always spiritually high, but everybody gonna go through their ups and downs. So they gonna have spiritual lows, and those spiritual lows is gonna feel very unfamiliar because they most of the time spiritual high. And it's the same thing when you go around people who spiritually and they energy most of the time low. When they spiritually high, for when they spiritually high, if they well they like I say once again, everybody gonna have the ups and downs. Some more down, some more up, but your life experiences and the thing that you went through as a childhood, all that can add into that, in fact, into that. But if you somebody who you always low spiritually energy, when you do high, your high is gonna be high because it's like, man, this is why that's what and that's the thing about that. That's life. He didn't have to go to and he went pay this woman all this money. I'm sure he got weekly session for this woman to tell him garbage like this, right? And I'm gonna let y'all hear it again just to show y'all how stupid and how it didn't make any sense, right? And I know, listen, bro, you not gonna get me to believe. Nobody in this world could ever convince me that everybody else is looking at black people and the state that we in, and they rolling around on their bed laughing because they getting financially, because they benefit from it as well. Everybody benefit from the black man problem. Everybody benefit from the black woman problems, right? Everybody, everybody, right? And so we have to turn back to the manufacturer, the Most High. And when we dealing with something, we in a dark room, we in a dark place in our life, we need to go take a drive in our car and just talk to the Most High. He will hear you. And if you somebody who on this channel once again who don't believe in the Most High, know one thing: He believe in you. Him and His Son believe in you. Give Him a shot. Give Him a shot. I challenge you to give Him a shot and tell Him your problems, and He'll give you the fixing. Like the scriptures say, He give the living water where you don't thirst no more. Right? The weed, black man and black woman, needs to be put down, and that's a video for another day. The liquor needs to be put down. All the stuff that we trying to find to fill in a hole that only the Most High can fill. Because why is that? Once again, He is the manufacturer. All these other things that we dealing with, therapy and getting degrees and trying to find all these things to validate us and fill a hole in us that will never be filled. All it's going to be is a temporary sensation. Temporary. And there's going to be something else your soul going to be yearning for. Because why is that, black man? Why is that, black woman? Because your soul and your spirit is yearning for its manufacturer. And that's the Most High. And His Son, and the scriptures is for you also. Get in the scripture. Spend time in the scripture. God will speak to you about your situation. Open up your Bible. God gonna point you in the right direction. But you gotta spend time speaking to God, venting to God. And you might seem like it's crazy in your beginning stages. Talking to somebody you can't see and can't respond. Well, I'm not gonna say can't respond back, because He will respond back. He'll respond, and He gonna respond back in a way that you understand. Sometimes He might respond audibly. Sometimes He might respond through His words. Sometimes He might respond through a dream. Sometimes He might respond through a person. But when you speak to Him, He will respond. I guarantee you that. And He is the only person who is going to give you what you're looking for. Nothing else can give it to you. All those other things are going to give you temporary satisfaction. And a therapist is the last place that you need to be going, black man or black woman, because you going to somebody who 70% of the time is not going to look like you and not understand you or what you going through, and they definitely not going to have a solution. And I'm going to say, and once again, before I close this out, I'm going to let y'all listen to what this man said and how ridiculous it was. And I'm going to let you know this is the three things that a therapist, this is the only three things, right, that a therapist is going to give you, black man or black woman. It's time for y'all to get yourself together and once again turn to the Most High. Because these therapists are only going to give you two for sure, or maybe three things. One, they're going to take your money. Two, you're going to be a topic of ridicule to their family members and spouse. And three, if you're a severe situation, they're going to put you on a medication that's going to make you chemical dependent and make you go against the natures of how God created you to have ups, downs, highs, lows. And you're going to be sleepy, fat, and happy all the time. And God forbid one of them refills don't get filled or you run out, you're going to be, all your real feelings going to come out and they're going to be intensified. Your anger going to be rage. Your sadness going to be blue. You're gonna be miserable till you get another pill, or till you get, or till you get something else. You're gonna be chemical dependent. This is the only three things that these people can do for you, black man and black woman. They cannot help you and give you a solution. They cannot. They can help you cope if you need somebody to vent to, or if you need some medicine. But that's it. We not trying to cope. Nobody want to cope. We trying to own. We not trying to rent. That's all they could do is rent. You can't own. You trying to own this here, man. You trying to own your spirituality. You trying to own your peace of mind. Not cope with it through chemical dependency, through a therapist or nut. And the only way you can do that is turn into the manufacturer and his instruction manual. The Bible, and the manufacturer is the Most High and His Son Jesus Christ. So I'm going to play this clip one more time. And this clip made me make this video. And I was, like I say, going to make it in another entry in my message to the black man. But I said, you know what? I'm going to make this as an entry to the whole black community. Because therapy is something that has been, oh, go get therapy. Oh, go get therapy. Oh, therapy can't help us, man. Therapy is not gonna help us. Therapy is not the answer for my community. I can't speak for nobody else's community, but it's not the answer for the black community.
I was talking to my therapist, and I was saying to her, I was in like a low, I was feeling just low. I said to her, like, I really want to control. I hate that my highs feel so high in my life and the lows feel so low. I just want it to be in the middle, just be nice. She says you have to realize if you're looking at a heart monitor, it's going up and down. And if you were in control, you'd put it in the middle. That means you flatline. So what you need to remember, right? So what you remember is like life is all about the highs and lows. That's a good one. And whenever you're in a low or a high, life has told you and will remind you that you'll go to the opposite at any given time. I was talking to my therapist, and I was saying.
So I want to thank y'all for listening to this, and have a blessing.